This programme is sponsored by Triona Design, the Donegal Tweed and Visitor Centre, Ardra, County Donegal. TrionaDesign.com.
Donaghy and welcome to Donegal TV. Coming up on this week's show, we talk to the Buncrana man behind the song dedicated to the children of Gaza. We hear from Donegal native, London-based businessman and chair of the Donegal Association in London, Tony McFadden. And we talk to Inishowen's David Craig, who is filling dance floors all over Ireland with his music. But first, students at St Eunans College in Letterkenny are taking part in a unique motorsport event. Charlie Collins caught up with the students to find out all about the Fusion F1 team.
6 young students from St Eunans College in Letterkenny are taking part in a global schools competition called Fusion 1, which challenges them to design, build and race miniature Formula 1 cars. Donegal TV attended the launch and spoke to members of the team, their teacher Sean McGinley, and we also visited the college and spoke to a proud principal, Chris Darby.
For me as a principal, it sums up everything that is good about education. They learn these skills, they go out into the community, they have to sell the skills, they have to market it, they take great pride in getting their new shirts and all that, and they really feel part of a Formula 1 team. So you can see the excitement building up. It's great to see fellas enjoying learning, and that's what it's all about.
Students are inspired to learn about physics, aerodynamics, design, branding, graphics, marketing, sponsorship, and then things like leadership, teamwork. But then it's not all about speed. We're also judged on the quality of our engineering, marketing, graphic design, media coverage. So it's not just about the speed.
Okay. Let's talk about the car then. What size of a car are we talking about in terms of the competition?
The car's 1/20th the size of a Formula 1 car, so the real Formula 1 car, so it's kind of like a small bottle of water, like a really small bottle of water.
But does it still have to have all the ingredients that you'd expect to find in a Formula 1 car?
We focus on the aerodynamics. It's a wee bit different. In normal Formula 1 cars you need downforce, whereas we're going straight down a 20-metre track, so it's almost like a drag race, so we focus on creating as much lift as possible, but not so much that the car actually flies off the track. So we focus on drag, lift and friction between the air going over the car.
Now you've got a team of 6 here and everybody has a specific job. Just explain to us in terms of what each person does here.
Well, Conor Dable to my left, he is in charge of manufacturing. So once we get the car back from the IT, he is in charge of sanding it down and putting it all together. Anthony and Nathaniel are in charge of actually making the car on SolidWorks, which is a program we downloaded on the computer, and they've been hard at work since the end of the summer. So they actually make the car, then it gets sent to the IT, then it's over to Dable, then to Conor Dable to sand the car. Dylan over there, he is in charge of graphic design, so he's in charge of doing our 20-page plan and doing up a booklet and a logo for us. And Evan is resource, so he helps out with everyone. And my own role is marketing manager, so I liaise with TV and radio and newspapers.
How confident or otherwise are all of you that perhaps this could be the year of big success?
Well, this is the 3rd year, as you said, it's running in the college. So the first year got to the national finals and got Best Newcomer Award. Last year they got Best Website in the national finals. So this year we are hoping to take it one step further and actually win the national finals in Dublin Castle.
How difficult is that going to be? I mean, where's the main competition going to come from?
We're not sure yet. It's hard to know at this stage. You know, all the teams are kind of no one really knows of the other teams that are going to be against us. But hopefully we'll not have too hard a competition.
And Evan, a final question. Formula 1's big business, and there are Irish people working in teams in Formula 1 at the moment. Some people from Donegal actually have got the big break. I mean, down the road, is this what we're looking at? Is this just a fun thing for you guys, or is this something you're going to look at career-wise, do you think?
I think it's a big possibility for some of us on the team, but for others it's a great experience. Even if we're not looking for Formula 1, the experience of designing logos like Dylan has, or Harry taking charge of the social media aspect of the whole project, and then Anthony and Nathaniel learned about the design and aerodynamics. So even if it's not a future career or whatever, the experience will definitely stand to us all.
It's a fantastic competition, and the boys are really hungry to get involved in it. Since the boys got selected in September, they've really just worked their socks off. Like their own time, they give up so much for this competition, and their rewards are starting to show. And all I can say is they're a great bunch, and I'm really hoping that they can lift the trophy at the end of it all.
Sure. I mean, and winning would be fantastic, but I get the sense that participating in a project like this is hugely exciting, not only for them, but for everybody else at the college, really. And moving on to a national final is something that, we all adhere to.
Oh, it definitely is. Like, you look at St Eunans College, it's one of the sporting wise and everything, there's such a high pedigree when it comes to these students, and this is no different. To win this competition would be a massive goal. Every year we've done very well in it, so it's a stepping stone, but to go to represent Ireland in the Worlds in Abu Dhabi would be absolutely amazing. And that's our goal, so fingers crossed we can get that far.
Preparations are well advanced now for the challenge, and the team are really looking forward to it. Charlie Collins, Donegal TV in Letterkenny.
Shyma Smiled for Me is a song featuring Irish and international artists that was co-produced by Buncrana man John Cutcliffe. John took time out to tell Donegal TV how the song will help the children of Gaza.
Many of us saw the horrific events during the fighting in Gaza last year. A musician and producer from Buncrana has been working in East Jerusalem on a voluntary basis, visiting patients in St Joseph's Hospital. John Cutcliffe tells us how he decided to put his skills to use with the help of Rory Gallagher of Jimmy's Winning Matches fame, who co-produced and wrote a song to help raise monies for these victims. The song is called Shyma Smiled for Me.
There was a little girl that we met called Shyma. She was 5. She'd seen most of her family killed in the explosion that injured her. We thought all of her family were gone at the time, and she herself was badly injured, wasn't expected to survive. The doctors at St Joseph's Hospital, incredible people, they patched her together and she started getting better. And one day I was sitting with her and I was playing as I did most days, and eventually she smiled, and it broke my heart. I mean, I just fell apart. So I was waiting the next day to go into the hospital. I was sitting in the flat we were staying in and picked up the guitar and started playing this wee song, Shyma Smiled for Me. And I wrote the bones of a song, basically, just the shell really of a song, with that sort of imagery in mind of this little girl who smiled for the first time despite everything that was going on. I wrote that, recorded it quickly, thought I need somebody to help me finish this, thought of Rory Gallagher, sent it to him, and he finished it. And he took my shell of a song and turned it into a fully formed lullaby for peace, basically, for the children of Gaza. So I wrote that little piece, sent it off sort of flippantly to Rory, who I haven't seen since he was 4 years old. But I played in a band with his parents, and so we'd become friends on Facebook. And he finished it, sent it back to me, but he finished it so beautifully. He actually sent me 2 separate vocal tracks, 2 separate guitar tracks. I took those when we left the Middle East, went back. Immediately I heard them. I heard what is the finished song now. I knew exactly what it was going to be. And that's my producer's head in me. And Rory told me what his preferences would be with, what he might want on it. I got my friends Brian and Claire in Bristol to do some string parts. I went down there to Bristol and we did a basic piano part, and then we did cello and fiddles and things like that. So I knew I had that string part in my head. And I knew there were going to be choirs involved in it, and I wanted kids' choirs in it because it's a song for children. So I got hold of my friend Bernie Doherty from Buncrana here, and she put together the wee glee singers who sing in the town. Brilliant kids, and they sang. And a friend of mine, Dennis Kelly, went out with his recording stuff, and they recorded the kids singing. That was great, that was beautiful. My friend Samira Kouroubi, who's a Palestinian girl, one of the girls who visited the hospital with me, I got her to get together a choir of Jerusalem children, and she got those together, translated the words into Arabic, and they sang some stuff. And then we started putting together all the other people. We got some members of the Inishowen Gospel Choir. I called my friend Mirren, the singer from Donegal, Mirren the Cowlive, and she sang on it for me. Honor Heffernan from Dublin, incredibly good, amazing singer, legendary in this country, came on board and she sang some of it for me. And nobody heard each other's pieces, so I was getting tracks from people recording the whole song. Got Donna Hennessy, a great guitar player. Got Martin Tourish from Alton, who's the other Tourish who's in Alton, to play accordion on it. Then I called my old friend Liam Mooney from Hot House Flowers, and he went into a studio and recorded some piano and a bit of percussion, and he recorded some vocals as well. He recorded like 3-4 tracks of vocals. Got loads of stuff from Liam. My friend Lawrence Doherty has been in bands with me for years on there. Claire McDade from the local band here, Don't Fear the Natives, who sang on it. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. My sister Caroline sang on it. And then the proud part for me was because I was in America and I was with my son, and he was in Jerusalem with us all that time. He sang on it as well, and he sings the first 2 lines of the big choruses towards the end, along with Liam from Hot House Flowers. So kind of a proud moment for a dad on that one. And so I got all these 50 tracks and did a rough mix of those. Bumped into a friend of mine, Eric, who had not produced but engineered the Hands Across the Water album for me in Nashville, and I said, Eric, I have this song, would you have a look at it for me? So I sent him all 50 tracks, and he sent me back and said, wow, this is complicated. So I sent him a rough mix of what I wanted, and he sent it back, and he just did a great job on it. So we have all these different people from different parts of the world, different little studios, different types of recording equipment, different ways of working, singing different bits of the song, and we just had to piece it all together in the jigsaw. I think it's alright. One of the things I'm proudest of is that this has cost me a tenner. The entire project has cost, it might have cost a bit more if you look at it in some other terms, but I've paid out in cash £10, and that was to get it released on iTunes. $9.99 in fact. Everybody has done everything absolutely free. Nobody's charged a penny for any of this.
Shyma Smiled for Me is available for download on iTunes. Keith Fletcher for Donegal TV, Buncrana.
This programme is sponsored by Triona Design, the Donegal Tweed and Visitor Centre, Ardra, County Donegal. TrionaDesign.com. Advertise now on Donegal TV, broadcasting worldwide. Email info@donegaltv.ie or call 00353 86406 3770. Hyundai is Ireland's fastest growing car brand. See the full range of new Hyundai models and a wide selection of used cars at T. Diver & Sons Limited, Canal Road, Letterkenny. 00353 7491 22600. Celebrating 30 years in the motor business, Diver's Garage with Hyundai, Ireland's fastest growing car brand. DonegalDaily.com, Donegal's largest news website. For up-to-date news, sport and events from Donegal, click DonegalDaily.com. Thinking of buying a Sony TV, tablet, camera or sound system? Sony Centre Letterkenny will not be beaten on price, advice or service. Call Sony Centre Letterkenny on 0035374 9113377. Sony, make believe.
CoLab, turning knowledge into enterprise. Home to your new business idea. Located at Letterkenny Institute of Technology. Create your own future and choose CoLab as the home for your innovation and technology business idea. Visit colab.ie. Your business journey begins here.
Advertise now on Donegal TV, broadcasting worldwide. Email info@donegaltv.ie or call 00353 86 406 3770. This programme is sponsored by Triona Design, the Donegal Tweed and Visitor Centre, Ardra, County Donegal. TrionaDesign.com.
Welcome back to part 2 of the programme. Tony McFadden is like many Donegal men who took the boat across the water in search of work. And while he spent 40 years in the English capital, he's never lost touch with Donegal. We caught up with him in London.
It was difficult, but I mean, you knew you were going to go either sooner or later, like, you know. And it just, we all made up our mind, like, you know, I remember I was out ploughing and harrowing, like, you know, getting ready for drilling, and a big crowd of us met up in a field one night, like, you know, we used to be working late, like, you know, with the tractor, with the lights, like, you know, we were working late, and we met all the Ballybow boys and boys from Derry, like, you know, and that was the whole, so we're all heading for Glasgow. So that was our port of call, Glasgow. We went to Glasgow on the boat, I think the Derry boat. I always blagged, like, you know, as the cow was licking our ear, like, you know, we went first class. And I always remember, like, you know, that the boat pulled in, and some part, I don't know where it was, like, they pulled in, let the cattle off first, like, you know, and then they went on a bit further and we got off. So I said the cows were first class passengers. When we moved to London, it was like Falcara. I mean, there was loads and loads, Donegal men, Falcara men, Creasla, like, you know. The first big job we went into was the tunnel in Heathrow. It was going to cross onto the airport, a big 35-foot. Every man from Falcara, Creasla, like, you know, it was like home for home, but it's hard work.
He's married to Philomena, originally from Sligo, and they have 3 children, daughters Fiona and Emma and son Paul.
We met in '76 at the Hibernian in Fulham, as I always got her. And I always say, how did you meet her? And I always said she put her foot out when I was going by, she tripped me. Valentine's Day is a very important day to me, like, you know, I keep everything. It was the first house I bought in Kilburn, Buckley House, 12 Buckley Road. The phone number, I think everybody in Falcara had it, was 624-3038. So everyone was given that number and that address when they left Falcara, like, you know, and no one was ever turned away. And there was some crowd there. There would be 18, there could be up to 18 of the boys staying there. And next door there was another Galar fella at a house, like, you know, there'd be another crowd of Donegal, from Donegal town area on that house, like, you know. So it was like a home from home.
Not only has he built a successful business of his own, he's also chair of the Donegal Association in London and puts a great deal of time and energy into working with the committee to help host a range of events that celebrate all things Donegal and its culture and heritage.
About 10 years ago, I took over as chairman. The first year I took over we changed from we went down the city to the Marriott Hotel in Governor Square. I remember we had 400. I thought that everyone thought it was going to be a flop. I had 475 people there. We have a great committee now. I must say now at the moment, you know, we have Peter McGinley, Mark Monegal, Paul O'Donnell, Michael Cunningham, and Clodagh, our secretary, is excellent. Like, you know, Clodagh does a great job. Like, you know, I mean, she does a lot. She does a lot for me now. And in fairness, like, you know, the two, Rachel now downstairs, like, you know, she did a lot for the Donegal Association. Like, you know, she'll be doing all the booking. Like, you know, like when you're coming over there now, she sorts out the flights, she sorts out the hotels, and anyone coming. Noel Cunningham, Gabriel, like, you know, she does all the flights, and then she does a list up who's to be picked up and when they're to be picked up and dropped back to the airport on Sunday or Monday or whatever day. And then there was Anna, like, you know, Spanish girl, like, you know, she done all the table plan. So, I mean, I had everything. It was running the clockwork, like, you know, but I mean, when you have a committee on board, it makes it much easier.
His employees tell us what it's like to work for the Donegal man.
I don't know, I like Tony as a firm because he's very easy to get on with, and if we've got any problems home-wise or in work, it's dealt with straight away. And I say it's very friendly to work for, and like other firms I've worked for, they just want numbers off you and everything else. It's not like being happy in work, but being as happy working with Tony, basically.
Started with Tony about 9 years ago. That's when we started in the houses, so it was very good. like when we started, and I'm very happy with it.
Everyone gets along, everyone knows each other. There's no different people turn up every day, you don't know who it is. It's everyone knows each other, so that's the main thing, I think. Everyone just gets along.
Kathy Donaghy, Donegal TV, London. David Craig from Inishowen has been singing and playing the guitar since he was 8 years old. Now he's filling dance halls across the country and playing at weddings and festivals. He took time out from his busy career to talk to Keith Fletcher.
David Craig, born in 1983 from Inishowen, County Donegal. He has been singing and playing guitar since the age of 8 and has played on the folk and ballad scene since the age of 16, but always had a keen love of country music. David has played with different bands throughout the years, including fronting the Cufflinks from 2009 up to 2013. He has now put together his own band, simply called the David Craig Band, and they are now on the road covering weddings, dances and festivals.
50 years have been great. I've been through, I would say, maybe 5 different bands. When I say that, I mean, like, I started out singing the ballads, the Irish stuff, and I moved on. From doing that to there, I went to do some country music. So I've always had a love for country. And when I was singing the country, people says, "Oh, you're good at singing the ballads." So I'm back doing the ballads again. So it's back and forward and back and forward. So now I've kind of mixed the two together, doing the country, the Irish folk and ballads, and mixed it all in together. Like, for example, we took out a song there about 1.5 years ago now called the Rattling Bog, and it's a real flyer. Like, we do a lot of weddings and things like that now, and it goes down well. So that's where I've combined the two together. Like, we do a lot of country songs on our set, also mixed up with the Irish folk and things like that. So I'm kind of doing, over the 15 years, what I've learned, I'm kind of doing it all now.
Over the years, he has been writing songs, 6 of which can be heard on his 14-track album, It's Good to See You.
My mother always said, I was always into guitars, always into music over the years, and Mammy always says, "No, you should try the songwriting, give it a go." I says, I can hardly write my name. I'm just being honest about the thing. Like, so I settled down. The first song I wrote, well, the first song that I wrote that I recorded, a song called "Here's to You, Mum and Dad," and that done very well. No, just started me off. When I say very well, locally, Donegal, I mean, it got me kind of on the road, and from there I just. You can never sit down, and any songwriter will tell you, you can never sit down and write a song. It doesn't happen, because like, I could be driving down the road in the van, and I would have to pull in and write out a few lines comes out of my head, and this could happen any day of the week or any time lying in your bed. You never sit down Monday to Friday to write songs. It just comes to you, and when it comes to you, you have to sit and write it down there and then. So I don't know, maybe it's just something that I was given. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I have the ability to do that.
In 2012, he wrote a song called "Come Back Sam Maguire" for Donegal, who went on to win the All-Ireland.
Back in 2012, the whole hype was, obviously it had been 20 years since Donegal had lifted the Sam, and the whole hype was going, you know, and around our house, and it's just a real buzz, like, and I really got into it, and I wrote a song end of July, August of 2012 called "Come Back Sam Maguire." That song went on the radio station, and they, you know, like the local station Highland and all the locals played it every day. It got on so well, and Donegal had won, and with a great outcome, we got to actually play at the Donegal banquet that night in Dublin when they'd won, and it was such a buzz. Like, we went in 2014 again when the thing had come around. I kind of rewrote the lyrics to suit the 2014 version, and it seemed to have done better for me then. Unfortunately, we didn't win in 2014. One of those things. But as regarding the music end of it, I had a great couple of months around doing schools, we done the concerts, and like Highland Radio runs a concert every year, and in 2014 they had Daniel O'Donnell as their main act, and I got to open up the show that year for him, and to me that was a great, and all because of the Come Back Sam Maguire.
Come on, Sam Maguire, come back to Donegal. We'll take you to the top of the hill, and you'd sit proud and tall. A memory of '92 comes back to one and all. So come on, Sam Maguire, come on back. Everybody singing this time. Come on, Sam Maguire, come back to Donegal. We'll take you to the top of the hill, and you'd sit proud and tall. A memory of '92 comes back to one and all. So come on, Sam Maguire, come on back. Let's see those hands in the air. Come on!
Still writing songs, David released a brand new album in August 2014 called The Crack Was 90. and like his first album, it's getting great reviews.
When I was doing the album, I was picking songs and trying to get the right songs. I said, what am I going to call this? Like, again, The Crack Was 90 is an Irish folk song. I says, a great title track for an album would be The Crack Was 90. When you pick that up, you David Drake, The Crack's 90, I said, that's what I want to call my album, and I wanted to record the song and then called The Crack Was 90. And so basically, I enjoy all that side of things. People go out for a laugh. Like, it's about a crack at the end of the day, so the crack will be always 90, like, hopefully.
Over the years, he has played all over Ireland, England, Scotland and in the USA.
New York, it's just, I just can't wait. Like, even the boys in the band can't wait as well. But out there, like, it's one of the biggest, you know, they hold one of the biggest St Patrick's Day parades of all time. And we're going to be there, a part of the whole party atmosphere in New York City. We're playing on 34th Street, we're playing on 35th Street, and the parade is on 34th Street, right across Empire State Building. So we're just playing the next street over in a bar called, if it's anybody watching, it's called the Playwright Irish Bar on 35th Street. Call in and say hello, say you see this on Donegal TV. But I say we're looking forward to it. That's a huge plug for us there now. Being from Donegal and being from Inch, we look after our own. The fella is a man called John B. Doherty. He owns, he's from Inch as well, as I said, and he moved to New York in 1992. He worked his way through, and he bought into this Playwright Irish Bar. And I believe he's a few more places kind of in the pipeline now for himself in the coming months. When I was talking to him last. So yeah, a fellow Inchman, we're heading out to. He's seen my video. Back to that video, The Crack Was 90 in the Isle of Man. He's seen the video on Facebook and YouTube. And he sent me a message, would you be interested in taking the band out to New York? And I says, no bother at all, whatever. Like, and we were actually, as luck would have it, we actually went to New York the following week. We were going out on holidays anyway. We were doing New York and Nashville, myself and the wife's out for holidays. So I said, well, I called in to see him. So I called in and seen him, and arranged the whole thing there, and then the whole thing was done and dusted. And I say we're heading off now on the 15th of March.
Keith Fletcher for Donegal TV, Carndonagh.
That's it for this week's show. On behalf of myself and all the team at Donegal TV, thank you for watching. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or log on to our website at donegaltv.ie. That's it for now. Until next time, Slán agus Bannacht.
This programme is sponsored by Triona Design, the Donegal Tweed and Visitor Centre, Ardra, County Donegal. TrionaDesign.com. Advertise now on Donegal TV, broadcasting worldwide. Email info@donegaltv.ie or call 00353 86 406 3770. Hyundai is Ireland's fastest growing car brand. See the full range of new Hyundai models and a wide selection of used cars at T. Diver & Sons Limited, Canal Road, Letterkenny. 00353 7491 22600. Celebrating 30 years in the motor business, Diver's Garage with Hyundai, Ireland's fastest growing car brand. Thinking of buying a Sony TV, tablet, camera or sound system? Sony Centre Letterkenny will not be beaten on price, advice or service. Call Sony Centre Letterkenny on 0035374 9113377. Sony, make believe.
CoLab, turning knowledge into enterprise. Home to your new business idea. Located at Letterkenny Institute of Technology. Create your own future and choose CoLab as the home for your innovation and technology business idea. Visit colab.ie. Your business journey begins here.